Hey guys, Jessica back here with IELTS Energy TV, and recently we started doing a Facebook Live class, you guys. So if you're not already in the group All Ears English, go to Facebook. It's a public group. Anyone can join. Join the group and then meet me and talk about IELTS. Well, listen to me talk about IELTS, but you can post all of your IELTS questions and I will get to as many as I can in this class. Facebook Live IELTS class with me every Thursday at 12 noon Pacific time. So we've been doing this Facebook Live class for a couple weeks, and there are a lot of questions I don't get to because it's only like 30-40 minutes. So I thought I would answer some questions about vocabulary that I did not get to last week. All right. 3 very good phrases today, guys. The first phrase that the student asked about was how to use having said that. This is a great phrase. I use it all the time. So we use the linking phrase, having said that, if we are, first of all, giving a formal answer. So speaking part 3, writing task 2. Task 2. You use it to introduce a contrast or an exception. So, for example, if the speaking part 3 question was, are there a lot of problems with student behavior in schools in your country? I could say, well, in general, not so much. I mean, I'm just looking from a local perspective, and I believe students in Portland are pretty well behaved. Not a lot of crime. Having said that, I did hear a story on OPB yesterday on the radio about a recent spat of fights that have broken out, gang-related, in a local high school. So I think in general, no, but there are some exceptions here and there. Okay, guys, as you are watching me giving these examples, please take notes on how I use these phrases. And as always, I will type out these phrases below the video. All right. Question number 2 was, how do I use the phrase live to work or work to live? I love this phrase. So this is really good for speaking part 3 and writing task 2. Work to live means that you are working just to earn money so you can enjoy your life, right? That your outside life is more important than work, okay? The flip side, live to work, is that your job is the most important thing to you, okay? So this could come up writing task 2, speaking part 3, like a question. Do people achieve the work-life balance these days? And I could say, you know, it's that classic phrase, do people live to work or work to live? I think it all depends on the passion for their job, really. If I don't think living to work is necessarily a bad thing, as long as you're giving your proper attention to the rest of your life, like family relationships and such. So in short, it's tough to say. It depends on the passion, the person, the job. But I think in general that most people probably do work to live because their work is not their passion. But in my case, I do achieve a balance, but I still love my job. So I fall somewhere between the two. Okay, that was kind of a long answer, but there you go. Speaking part 3. All right, the last vocabulary question that I didn't have time to answer was how to use the word daunting. I love this word. Daunting is like scary or intimidating, okay? So, for example, question, speaking part 3. How can adults be encouraged to read? Great question. I'm a big fan of reading in your spare time, you guys. Okay, so this is asking you for solutions, right? How can adults be encouraged to read? So I would say, well, I believe as far as classic literature goes, which I do still think has its place in our literacy realm, even when we're reading for pleasure, I think we have to make these huge tomes less daunting. So like War and Peace, for example, I think it's a worthy read, but it is intimidating. So if it were released in a different version, like a comic book version, or maybe serialized where you got a chapter a week, I think it would be far less daunting, and many more people would be likely to try out this Russian literature that has seemed so terrible to them in the past. Okay, so guys, watch this video a couple times. Please take notes on how I use this vocabulary. And remember, if you are ready to learn the strategies to get the highest scores on all parts of your next IELTS exam, check out our course. It comes with a guaranteed score increase. Go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS. All right, that's it for me. I will see you next time.